Hey, check out this cool new ride. It's a Smokercraft Ultima 182 fishing ski. Check it out because we're about to do a test ride video. The 182 Ultima is 18 foot, 16 inches down the center line, has a 96-inch beam and a maximum horsepower rating of 175 horses. The 182 Ultima is a fishing ski, and by its very design, fishing skis tend to be a compromise. But this particular boat has very little in the way of compromise. It's an excellent fishing boat. It's also an excellent water recreation craft. The rear casting deck on the 182 Ultima's got a lot of nice features. Of course, it's a carpeted deck up here, so there's tons of room up here for fishing. Also houses our live well up here. Houses a nice sized dry storage compartment. Also, there's another dry storage compartment up here where your battery is going to go for your cranking battery. All in all, this is a very comfortable spot for just about any kind of fishing you might imagine, and I can just picture myself catching bass, bluegills, crappie, you name it, off in this casting deck. And it's a convertible deck. Right now I have the fold down seats in the down position to create a deck for fishing, and it's a perfect platform up here. It's all carpeted. As you can see, I'm in a very comfortable chair here. Great location for bass, walleye, crappie casting, you name it, you can catch it up here. And then I'm also going to be able to convert this to a bow rider situation by simply taking the seat that I'm sitting in and removing it, folding up the deck to create two bow rider style seats. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. The rear casting deck also has some other important features. For example, there's an aerated live well. It's a very large live well at that. And it also has a bait well configuration built right into the live well. So it's a great place for storing your fish and also for storing your bait. There's also a huge dry storage compartment back here. It's going to be perfect for things like a life jacket. And then also there's a third dry storage compartment. And of course, that's where your cranking battery is going to go. The 182 Ultima has seating for up to 6 adults. I'm sitting in one of the bow rider seats right here. There's another one right next to me for a second passenger. Just forward are 2 seat-based configurations. Of course, you're going to put pedestal seats in those and flip back seats on those, and forward of that 2 more. So you got up to 6 people can ride in comfort with the Ultima. On both the port and starboard sides of the Ultima are these nice little cuddy style storage compartments. I really like this kind of use of storage because it's a great way to store bulky items, like for example life jackets and that type of stuff, or maybe items you don't use every day like inline planer boards or maybe a marker buoy, that type of thing. Just great little storage compartments, safe and sound, keeps things organized and neat. You know, in a fishing ski, you're going to want to have room for your rods and reels, but you're also going to want to have a place to store them when you're not fishing. Obviously, you don't want your rods and reels on the floor if you're skiing or you're wakeboarding. Well, with the Ultima, it comes with both port and starboard rod lockers. Look at this. You open this up, and there's room on each side for 4 rods on each side. So you can actually store up to 8 rods in this boat, safe, sound, out of the way, protected, and organized. On the port side here, there's this little small storage compartment that's kind of handy, I think, when you open it up. I know for me, anytime I'm in a boat, I'm always looking for a nice dry place to put my cell phone and keep it stored handy and safe. Right there, doesn't get any better than that. Cell phone storage on the Ultima 182. Well, I'm sitting here at the console of the 182, and it's got some pretty nice features. I think that one of the coolest things is look at this little storage compartment here. When I open it up, it's got room in here for a tackle box, which is going to be great for storing some terminal tackle. Put that in there and it gets it out of the way. The glove box is enormous. You open this up and this thing's cavernous. There's all kinds of room in here to store additional items inside the glove box. You know, planer boards, you got all kinds of stuff, bumpers, you name it. Anything you're going to need in a fishing boat, you're going to be able to put in there as well. Underneath the console is where your battery storage is going to be. So that's going to hook up your electric trolling motor in the front. So it's neat and clean. Everything is where it's supposed to be in the Ultima 182. In the floor of the 182 is an additional storage compartment. This is going to be a perfect place for storing things like your wakeboard, maybe your skis, dock lines, tow lines, that type of stuff is going to be in here. Safe and sound, and when you need it, you got it. The driver's console on this model is exceptional. There's a lot of cool things going on up here. When you look across the front, your primary gauges like your tack, your speedometer, fuel consumption gauge, that type of stuff is all up nice and high where you can see it. Really, really easy to monitor those gauges. Over here, of course, there's plenty of room for a sonar because just about everybody that's got a fishing boat is going to want a sonar GPS combination up here as well. The steering wheel is actually adjustable, so you can adjust this to be just perfect to the way that you like to drive and the way that you're most comfortable driving. And then the toggle switches along the bottom, they have lights on them. So when you turn these toggle switches on, you can tell when they're activated. That way you don't accidentally turn on a bilge pump and forget and let it run all day. You can see that the bilge is running because you can see that switch. All in all, this is an outstanding fishing console and also a console that's well suited for a recreational boat. Now I'm going to move forward and I'm going to check out the bow on the 182 Ultima. As you can see, we got the bow rider cushions installed up here right now. They're very comfortable and there's enough room up here for 2 people to stretch out and kind of get their tan on, so to speak. But underneath all of this comfort is actually a very serious fishing deck. All I have to do is take the bow rider cushions out and I can turn this into a fishing platform second to none. Well, I moved up here onto the bow and I'm staying on the elevated casting platform, and it's a very nice one. It's all carpeted, so it's very comfortable up here. It also is a place where you're going to find your electric motor. This particular boat comes standard with an electric motor, which is a very important feature. And underneath my feet are a lot of other nice features up here in this area. What you're going to find is your aerated live well is underneath my feet. You also have 3 different dry storage compartments. So this room up here is very functional. It's a great place to fish, but it's also a great place to store all kinds of items that you don't need while you're fishing. You know, you can learn more about the Ultima 182 fishing ski by going to Smokercraft.com. I think you'll find a lot of good information there. Or if you prefer, check out your favorite Smokercraft dealer.